Satnam guys, thank you so much for joining. Welcome to my channel. Felt a little bit of a spooky vibe there, but not in a bad way. So, let's see, 8 of Cups. I feel like you're walking away from some kind of like false consciousness seeds that were planted within you, okay? Like, it doesn't really matter why the consciousness seeds were planted in you. It doesn't really matter, etc., etc. But I feel like there was some kind of consciousness seed implanted in you from the beginning of like disbelief or of not recognizing what you truly are. It's kind of like this consciousness seed being planted in you in order to have you maybe think that this outside energy coming in is you, or something like that, or to make you think that this outside energy coming in is more powerful or whatever. I'm also being told it actually does matter why the consciousness seed was planted in you. Like negating the reason why it happened is actually negating some kind of part of the awareness and healing process, okay? So this, it might have been like a matrix agent. It might have been somebody in your family. It might have been somebody, It's kind of giving this energy of planting something into your energy field to manifest something, to like then farm the energy off of you. And part of that process was you thinking that the energy doing this was you or your highest or your greatest or something. That being said, you could always see it like that. And maybe that's the kind of consciousness you're walking into. It's kind of like seeing this consciousness as, even if it was like a matrix agent or an archon or the devil or I don't know what, it was always part of your highest's plan to kind of have that energy plant something in you that they thought was going to be beneficial to them. It might have been at some point, but in reality, it was always going to benefit you in the long run, in eternity, into eternity is what I'm hearing, okay? So that 8 of Cups actually has a lot of energy, okay? Like there's a lot of like pathway walking that you're going through. There's a lot of like awareness and processes that you're going through very quickly in order to walk into this consciousness of either way, you know? It's kind of like it really doesn't matter what happens or what was done or whatever. It's kind of like, well, either way, I win. Or something like that. Either way, I heal, you know? Either way. Either way, I'm whole. And it's kind of like, So let's see. The world, exactly. Either way, you're whole, you know? Either way, you came full circle. Either way, you remembered. Either way, what was formed from you is actually in benefit to you, even if it wasn't meant to be, you know? And I feel like part of this energetic gaslighting or consciousness seed is kind of like allowing that consciousness of either way to allow the process to continue happening, but that's not how that works. That's not the case, okay? Just because something works out well for you doesn't mean the process was what it was, even though it was what it was. You understand what I'm saying? But it's kind of like Judas, you know, just because Judas had to betray Jesus doesn't mean he didn't have consequences or something. So the world also talks about, I know the Wheel of Fortune more talks about karma, but I feel like the world also in some sense, especially because of the Ouroboros, especially because of the circle, you know, the divine beings like holding court or like holding some kind of like being some kind of guards to some kind of experience. So you're really walking into a consciousness of completion. You're really walking into an experience of either way you win. I feel like this has a lot to do with, it doesn't really matter what energy or consciousness or experience comes into your vibration. you immediately not only see the best outcome, but you immediately experience the best outcome, okay? Like this world is also giving me this energy again of like farming or something, you know, like using your energy against you or something like that. But like via confusion or via some kind of, but that's what you're walking away from. You're walking away from the Seven of Cups, right? Into the Eight of Cups, into the world. So it's giving this sense of like for your human self, whenever you experience an energy, you have to reconnect with this consciousness of either way you win, either way you heal, either way you are whole, either way you come back full circle, either way you come out on the other side, okay? Six of Pentacles, 10 of Wands. I just got this sense of you being gifted the world, and now the 10 of Wands is giving me exactly that, like carrying the world or dragging the world along with you. 8 of Cups, Queen of Swords, Ace of Wands, Knight of Wands. Knight of Cups, the Star. So I feel like something is about to come back around for you in your reality so intensely, so strongly. So some kind of truth, or maybe it's already happening, some kind of truth or revelation happening very strongly, very powerfully, very, maybe a little bit overwhelmingly as well, okay? But I feel like it's kind of like this truth of the burden that you were carrying, or this truth of, and this burden was this like energetic farming, or it was this forgetfulness, or it was this sacrificial energy, maybe even for those of you who resonate with being sacrifices, okay? This awakening, this realization, this almost like mental, exactly, the one of swords, the Ace of Swords and the Two of Swords, this awakening, this truth that you're realizing, or I kind of want to say accepting, this mental consciousness, this truth that you're accepting of whatever has been happening, whatever your place is, etc., etc. You accepting this truth and actually looking at it, the Hierophant, is allowing you this ability to, I kind of want to say spiritually or energetically govern the world, okay? You're walking into a consciousness of, it's kind of like you're walking away from the world. It's kind of like you're walking away from even carrying the world or dragging the world along with you, okay? But like you walking away from that because of this very intense awareness of what your energy is and what your energy is not. Even though it is a projection, you notice exactly what projection is yours or what you truly desire or something, right? Even if there is some kind of like energy of like, I know best for you or something like that. Like nobody knows best for you but you, right? You are your highest as well. But as you walk away from this world energy, it's kind of allowing you to almost more fully immerse yourself in it. But instead of it being like the world, like 3D, it's not Eden, but it's like, it's the world as in completion, as in complete and utter victory or success or yieldness, you know, power even, like a completion of your power. Hence again, like, it's kind of like the more you walked away from the world or from this false consciousness construct, the more you received the ability to tell it what it is. It's kind of having a higher perspective in order to get the whole layout, and then you get to say, okay, this is this, and you go there, or something like that, okay? But this truth, but this truth that you're realizing about you carrying this burden, or being forced to carry this burden, or these consciousness seeds being planted into you by certain entities in order to harvest off of you, is about to take some kind of... You realizing this truth also makes the whole process of that, or this false construct, or this negative self-talk, or negative self-belief, or whatever you're experiencing, you just noticing this truth actually kind of changes the process of that beingness as well. In a sense of like, instead of this construct receiving blessings, it receives the 10 of Wands. You understand? Instead of this construct receiving completion or authority or power, it receives the exact opposite of that, okay? Because you've finally woken up to the truth that you are the thing that cannot be formed. You understand what I'm saying? There's some kind of energy of trying to suppress specifically your willpower, okay? Or some kind of energy trying to keep you in not knowing that you've already not succumbed to the illusion, okay? You've already not succumbed to not being complete, or not having this authority. This is some kind of like taking a real look at temperance. Yeah, taking a real look at the experience and not letting it like override the fact that you are much more powerful. It's kind of like, I feel like this reading is just... It's kind of maybe just confirming some kind of storyline that you were finding yourself in, but also confirming to you that it is just a storyline that you are walking out of now, okay? Because I feel like for some of you, the storyline might have felt very deep or very dark or very... very, very like burdensome to carry, okay? But like it was literally as easy as just saying like, oh wait, this doesn't have any kind of bearing over me, okay? Oh, yummy. 333, lekker. I feel like that is sufficient, guys. Please do consider liking, subscribing, donating, contacting me for a personal reading. Everything is in the description box down below. And I'll see you again for another reading, okay?